And what's going on, everyone? My name's Dom's Complete Circuit Podcast, episode 37. As you know, I got my good friend Joe here.
Hello.
And we have the wonderful Aaron.
Hello.
And Manny.
Hi.
Oh, sorry, that's Joey's camera.
Crap. Hi.
Kyle's off this week. He had a flight, but from my understanding, he will be back on next week, which is unfortunate he's not on this week because this was a big week with
It was.
with the Apple event, and I know we all saw it.
What is that?
The Apple event is, a thing that happened.
When was that?
Well, you know what, Joey? We're about to tell everybody. That happened on April 20th.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Which,
I never watched it. Was it good?
it was interesting to say the least, and I know you watched it. Because you were sharing your opinions prior to the episode starting.
I never would do that.
So I know you saw it. Because you were complaining about the colors.
What colors?
Wow.
Okay, so to get into it,
New iPhone color.
we have...
Yeah. They made a lot of announcements.
They did. They definitely did. So to kick it off, we have a new color for the iPhone. And just so everybody is aware, this is from a post on our Reddit. So if you are not a part of our subreddit, go join our subreddit.
Manny, are you part of our subreddit?
Yes.
Let me go check.
We have 4 members on our subreddit.
4? Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I'm assuming that's Aaron,
He's gonna
Aaron.
He's better get there before
I don't know
tell
who
him.
the other
I'm
two
not
are.
gonna subscribe if I'm not. I mean, I will, but I'm not gonna do it just because I'm in the hot seat
Okay.
right now. You know what I mean?
Complete. We have a subreddit, Complete the Circuit. Definitely
Yes,
check
yes,
us out
yes.
on there. We're going to start trying to post, our own news on there. So that will be a cool place for you guys to kind of check out what we're doing until we get the website going. So, their Lavender Iphone, which they promoted as in time for spring. Not for me, but I mean, what are we thinking about this color? It's a nice color, I guess.
Well, they've had this color before.
Have they done this before? Where they updated with a new color?
Yeah.
Like midway? They have?
I
they
think
have.
so. Yeah.
With what?
They added the red halfway.
They had product. Yeah,
When they
product
did
red.
the 5C,
Yeah.
I think, is when they added a bunch of
Yeah.
colors
And
and,
they had
stuff.
5C. It's not a typical thing, but I think the iPhone minis have been selling really well. So that's probably why. It's just another way of boosting sales. Like, get your purple on.
So now that the minis is skewed, do you guys think the SE will continue?
No, I'm pretty sure the mini replaced the SE.
You think so?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The SE is done. They are all about that. My internet's not working here.
Oh,
Odd.
Ruh-roh.
really?
So, besides the new iPhone color, which is available for the iPhone mini and the iPhone 12, not the Pro though, just those two. We also have Apple AirTags, which we've talked about several times on this show for about a year now, I think.
Yeah.
I think we first thought that they were going to be announced at last year's Spring Apple event, and they were not. And now we have them. And you can get them custom engraved with a little keychain. The keychain costs extra, just so you know. And you can get them in a pack of 1 or a pack of 4. The 4 pack is $99, and you can get 1 for $29.
Did you see the Hermes loop? It's like $450. So they have a designer.
It's really pretty.
Yeah, it's 400. It costs several times more than the freaking thing itself. Thoughts on these? Anyone? No? Do we know
I'm
how?
not getting
I'm
them.
I'm
not getting
excited.
them.
You're not getting
Are
it?
you guys getting it?
I will probably get one for the channel and for my keys. So the technology behind them is actually quite fascinating. So it takes like a standard watch battery, which is user replaceable, lasts about a year, and it kind of like what we talked about before. It actually uses a type of communication that all Apple devices can become kind of part of the network. And so if somebody takes your crap and they have an Apple device on them, it'll say to that phone or that device that they have, hey, somebody left their phone. Someone's phone is in your car that's not your phone. And the AirTag will actually start making an alert. Maybe not a phone, but keys or wallet or whatever. It tells you where the item is and how many feet away it is, which is really cool. So it's got a lot of really well polished features.
Mm-hmm. It uses the camera, the accelerometer, and the gyroscope, and the AR function to allow users to track the AirTags more precisely. So when you hold your phone out, it'll tell you you need to turn to your right, and then it will tell you exactly when you need to stop turning to your right. with a little thing. And then
No, it's really cool.
it's like very, very precise.
It's a little thicker because it doesn't really fit. It's like half the size of an Apple Watch, I think, in terms of thickness, which doesn't fit in a wallet well. But I think it's kind of targeted at like purses, keys, bags, which is good for that kind of stuff. And again, I like the fact that you can see it on your Find My app, and the fact that other people get notified. And if they take their phone and tap it so you find someone's bag, you could take your iPhone, tap it to there, and it will give you their contact information to hit them up and say, hey. Yo, now I see people being creepy with that and walking up saying, I really like that cute girl at the Starbucks and she has never noticed me, so now I'm going to walk up and just, now I got her number. But, creepy stuff aside, I think the potential's there, and with Apple opening up, like we talked about, the third-party thing to let like third-party manufacturers integrate into their network. I guess there's a bike now that has like this technology built into it. So you find your bike, and I think Apple's going to be like the forerunner of this type of technology, and since they have so many Apple devices, it's probably going to work really well. Mm-hmm. Why are you not getting one, Manny?
I don't need one.
Not for your keys, not just for the just in cases.
No, I'm not that kind of person.
You don't lose things?
Not really, but I hope not to.
You're going to lose your keys
I
now.
know.
You're screwed now, buddy.
I need to buy one. You guys cursed me.
Yeah, no, you're screwed now. What do you think, Joey?
Cool.
You're not gonna get one?
No.
You put it on your necklace.
You could rep it. You can get custom engraving too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron, what do you think? Are you gonna?
I think they're awesome. I don't know if I'm actually going to buy one just because I don't typically lose a lot of things, but I do think that they're pretty awesome. If we weren't stuck inside all the time and if I was traveling more or something, then possibly. I do like the idea of being able to put it on your luggage when you're traveling, because there are a lot of times that they say like, oh, we never found where your luggage went, and with this, you'd be like, yeah, actually, it's in North Dakota.
Yeah, I might get one for that now that you mention it. I might just do that.
Yeah. And
the battery lasts for over a year, so.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe I'll get one. Put on my toilet paper.
You have a problem losing toilet paper?
For the next pandemic.
Just in case someone tries to steal it.
I thought you were going to say you lose it down the toilet and you want to track where it goes.
Kind of wanted to now.
Now that something's been said.
That'd be fun.
I might get one I think I'm just going to get one for my keys, just like a just in case. And maybe my laptop bag. Because it's like, if you never lose it, no big deal. But that moment you do, it'll be nice. And I can imagine women's wallets traditionally are like the bigger thing and you can attach. So it'd be easier. But like a dude's wallet is kind of like it's smaller. Yeah. So it won't necessarily work as well for that. But I can definitely see people starting to. I bet you there's going to be a shit ton of these things. Like I totally see where there's going to be these things are going to be everywhere. And they're cheap. I mean, $30 is reasonable for a metal thing, and you can get custom engraving. You can put a poo emoji on it.
I might do that and then put one on Dom.
Okay.
You're going to track me.
Although it does make sense to just
Dom.
get the 4-pack.
If
it's $30 for one, that would be like $120 for 4 instead of $90.
And that's probably what Apple's strategy was when they said, like, you know what, if we do 4 for $100, it's like we get 4 of them, and $100 is in that kind of sweet spot. So there's probably a lot of people who are going to be getting the 4-packs instead of the individuals. Mm-hmm. You start with a 4-pack.
How much does it cost to manufacture, do you think?
Metal with that little coin thing and the chips, probably
the coin's
$1.50.
The battery's a penny at most.
It's literally a penny. Yeah, no,
I mean?
It's small. Probably $1.50.
$1.50.
Probably $1.50 to manufacture.
Oh, you know what those would be good for?
Maybe
Instead of, you know how you have dog collars? You can just put it on your dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could put. Yeah, your dog would be good. You just
track where he
built-in
goes
tracker
during the day?
for a year.
Should get one for my dog.
You could find your dog. So Aaron has
Taco right now?
the remotes up here, and they didn't put this technology in the new Apple TV remote because they released a new Apple TV, remote, and that is the dumbest thing.
It is the dumbest thing.
Because that Apple TV remote is designed to get lost.
It is.
They're $60 to replace.
I haven't lost mine yet.
You haven't. You had not fully lose. Like eventually you find it, but
Except
you've
that
never
one
had an
time.
issue where you're like, except the one. You've never had an issue with your Apple TV where you've been looking around like, where the hell did that thing go? You've always known where it was at all times.
Like
You've never misplaced it temporarily.
for like a few minutes? Or are you talking about like it's gone for a couple days?
Not a couple days, like, maybe like
20 minutes.
Yeah, good 20 minutes, let's say. It would have made sense for them to put that chip in the new remote if they were going to make a new remote.
Yeah, I haven't really had. I didn't have that issue. I haven't yet.
Now you will.
Now you gotta buy like a case.
I am gonna get the new Apple TV.
You are?
Yeah.
I kind of want to get it too, but I really don't need it. Like I have no use for it.
Yeah,
have,
I don't have a use for it, but I'm gonna get it anyways because I like the remote.
They upgraded the processor, and it has HDMI 2.1.
That's big.
No.
So your Atmos for your eARC stuff.
I wonder if you can. Now my question is because I don't think you can do it with your Apple TV now, but since it's in the App Store, I wonder if you can stream Xbox and PlayStation games.
You can stream PlayStation games with the remote play thing on current Apple TVs.
Oh, you can?
Yes.
What about Xbox?
Dude, the Xbox doesn't even support it on their own operating system. You can stream on an iPad, but you can't stream on Windows.
xCloud. So, wait, does the Apple TV have a browser?
Yeah.
Or
no. I don't think it has a web browser.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
We're hooked up to one now. We can yeah, no, it doesn't. There might be an app for a web browser. You might be able to do that, but like, honestly, the Apple TV is one of those devices. Like at first, I was looking at the Apple TV, I was like, yeah, okay, I'll give it a try, and I love the thing. I love the thing because it's just so. You get your Hulu, you get your
It's everything in one.
It's literally like you can. It is the best streaming.
And the fact that you can you can buy movies on it, and then it's right there on your phone,
Yeah.
or on your iPad, or your Mac, whatever the case is.
Yeah.
It works.
I guess
great.
I'm just not that deep into the ecosystem yet.
Well, Manny.
It's tough not to be, especially because the thing has like Siri. So if you have any smart home devices, you can literally talk into your remote. Like, oh, I'm too lazy to get my phone, and you have the remote. You can like lights on, lights off through the remote. Finding stuff is the other really good thing with the Siri built in. You could just say a television show, and she will go out and find whatever app that television show could be streamed on. And it's really surprisingly accurate. Typing in, you don't have to type in your password. You just say your password into the remote. It pulls your keychain in. So if you want to sign into Hulu or whatever, Crunchyroll, not for Manny, but
Crunchyroll. Is that sushi?
No, it's anime. It's an anime streaming service. Sushi it would be the opposite of.
They have some Crunchyrolls.
They do.
Yes. Sushi. So don't start with me now.
Tempura shrimp.
Anyway.
Thank you.
It's my favorite.
So there's a lot of cool stuff it does, and you'll get a notification on your phone whenever a show you've been watching, the new episode comes out. Although recently it's been a little delayed. Sometimes it's right away, and then other times it's like 2-3 days later, which is weird. But otherwise, I love the Apple TVs. I'll probably end up picking up the new one, just to see what it's about, and then the new remote is quite interesting as well.
It is. I like that they added the Siri button on the side, and then they finally added a mute button.
And a power button.
Which I have looked for forever. And then they also have the power button, and then they took away the menu button and replaced it with the back button, which makes a lot more sense because I can't tell you how confusing it has been that you have menu and then some weird TV button, and then you think that they do the same thing, but they don't.
Yeah, they don't. It's annoying. And then to turn yours off, you have to hold the TV button down, wait for a menu to pop up, and then press sleep. And it's weird. But
Or you can just go to settings and just do that real quick.
I hate that one too. That takes even longer. Then you got to go to the home screen, go to the settings, go into the other setting, and then hit sleep
I
now.
do it pretty
I
quick.
think they just had a bunch of iPod
Or just press
Nanos just laying around.
You have a bunch of who?
iPod Nanos just laying around and you got the wheel.
Yeah,
now.
because it has the wheel.
Or you put it on the main menu, and you just leave it, and it shuts off by itself.
Which, Aaron, did you see what you can do with that wheel? How you can now scrub through your... So if you're watching a video, it's like old school iPod. You can... And now it's like if you want to fast forward, you do scroll wheel style instead of having to do the swipe.
Yeah, which can be very inaccurate, too.
Yeah. It's nice.
I'm curious about that for sure, but I like the way Netflix does it, where you just click to the right and it's just frame by frame, or whatever it does.
You can do that with a current remote.
I'm just saying, just want to see how that's the feature I'm most excited about.
It's frame. Oh, just the fact that there's arrows on it.
No, the little circle motion.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. That was just
Circle.
okay. You too.
Motion.
We need Kyle.
Like this,
Yeah, just
or
like
like
this.
this.
There's none of those things.
Circle.
Just like this.
Yeah, something like that. Just go.
Here we go with that. And then did you see the built-in color calibration thing?
No.
Absolutely. I
Yeah,
have.
Bless you.
What? Where'd it go?
Excuse me.
I have it here somewhere. Did I not?
So you
add
didn't
it
see
in?
that, Manny.
I did not see
Okay,
that.
so basically you could take your phone now, you put it up, you put the front-facing camera up on your TV when the Apple TV goes into color calibration mode, and the color output for the Apple TV, not your TV itself, but it will tune the color output automatically, giving you like just better color. But it's cool because that kind of calibration equipment can be very expensive, and it just does it itself just by you putting your phone camera up to the TV.
That might be worth it then.
It's pretty cool. It's nice. I was surprised they didn't put an M1 in it, and I'm sure it was probably for cost. But I was surprised they didn't put an M1 in it because I was predicting that this Apple TV was going to have like super improved guts. Now it has the same processor from the iPhone XS,
Here.
which isn't bad.
I've got a.
But I was expecting.
It shows you how it does it.
Yeah. See, it's pretty cool.
What iPhone does that work with? Like any of them?
Anything that has iPhone 13, iOS 13, I think.
Okay.
So
Something
okay,
like that. I think they have it here somewhere.
which is a lot
It's
of
down at the bottom,
which is
I
a
think.
decent amount of devices.
Yeah.
I think even the iPhone 8 takes iOS 13, so good support. And yeah, but I was expecting better internals for like gaming stuff, especially now that you can pair a controller to it. So now they just need to get those high profile games, and then like every little Apple TV brick would be like could overnight become a game console. I know they have the Apple Arcade thing, but Joey keeps telling me that the games are awful.
$179.
Yeah,
Really?
but they kept the don't buy
That's the 4K one.
yeah, that's the
The
new
HD
4K
one is $149.
Yeah, but don't get that one because that's the old model.
The HD is the old model.
Yeah, that HD one is the like two generations ago. So the one that's 150 they kept for some reason, and now to get the new one, yeah, at 179.
No, the TV HD one is still new. It's not the old TV HD one. It's a new TV HD one. It's second gen because the other one was TV SD or something like that.
No, that
Oh no, I saw it a minute ago.
the TV HD, the one that we're recording on right now, is that one. It's just a standard 1080p output. Point is, just spend the extra like $30 or whatever, and get the 4K one. It does a good job of 4K and Atmos and all that stuff too, which is really nice. Especially if you have like AirPods and it does the spatial audio thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you can link your AirPods right to it. So if you're trying to watch a movie at night, no crazy audio. It's a good product. Like it's a surprisingly good product.
Okay, so I found the exact answer to what I thought I was trying to say. So they are reboxing the TV HD with the new Siri remote. So
Oh,
it may be
okay.
the same
yes.
the same TV box, but it comes with the new remote instead of the old one.
Yeah. So just spend the extra money to get the 4K one, especially because it got HDMI 2.1, which is kind of awesome. Especially with the eARC stuff, but it pisses me off that
They should have done eARC stuff with that box, man.
with what with which box?
Like imagine having an Apple TV, like one HDMI 2.1 going to the TV, and maybe like 2 extra ports on the side for you to input like your PS5 and stuff in there.
Yeah.
And that way you could color correct, and then like, you know what I mean?
That would have been that's a really good idea.
That's how they would have got me.
Yeah,
For sure.
that would have been because then it gives you your Atmos.
Yep.
And then even if it doesn't support Atmos, the point is that your Apple TV now has the ability to you can use that remote to control all your other crap, which I love. All of the HDMI 2.1, the HDMI CEC crap that lets everything control everything else. You just need one remote. Love that. And that would have been that would have been cool. Two HDMI ports that take in 4K, 8K inputs, and then ooh, that's good, Manny.
They missed the boat.
Yeah, and that would have been cheap too. I mean, Microsoft tried to pull it off with a freaking game console, and nobody used it. But
Right now it's expensive, man. It's like the HDMI eARC stuff is super expensive.
it is astronomically expensive. But what's crazy about it is there's a decent amount of existing technology from 2018 and up that actually has the potential to support the 2.1, but they're not doing it either because of licensing or whatever it is. The reason that they're doing it, but it's just super annoying that like when they said, you know what, let's make ARC, and we're gonna make it so it's let's make all this crap in 2.1, knowing later. Or in 2.0, knowing later we're going to add this. Like, eARC should have been
Yeah.
ARC in the first place. It's so dumb. It especially, well, yeah, it's annoying. But cool product nonetheless. The remote is going to be interesting. I'm not a fan of how it looks.
Me either. Because it looks too much like the old one. It's kind of like,
Yeah.
to quote Dom the other day, we're taking a step back.
But it's got a lot. Got a lot of good features, so I'll give them that. And then like AirPlay and stuff like what we're doing right now works really well with the Apple TV. So yeah, if you have it's a good product, man.
It's Wi-Fi 6.
Nice. Okay, that's good. That's good. What else? iPad Pro. Here we go.
iPad Pro.
So Joey is thinking of getting one of these.
Wait, really? You are?
Yeah. I'm
Why?
excited.
What's got you excited?
The Liquid Retina XDR is one of the big ones.
Just saying the thing that's right on the screen.
That's right.
Wait, what's your current iPad right now?
Huh?
What iPad is this?
I forgot.
It's a 5th gen or a 4th gen
Something like that.
iPad Pro. That's a 1st gen iPad Pro. Then they made another one. I think that's a 3rd gen. This is a 4th gen. I think that's the 5th gen.
Yeah, because I got this in 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got this in 2019. So, I mean, it just, especially with the M1 chip too.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the big things. And
Got 5G.
5G.
Thunderbolt.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a bunch of stuff. I mean, I don't want to sit there and read off the screen because that just is annoying when people just read things off the screen. Sorry. I'm just that person. It annoys me when it's not me taking a stab at anybody. It's just me when I see a bunch of people do that, and it's just like, do you know what the hell you're talking about? Or you just read off the damn screen.
The thing.
So,
I mean,
but no, the way, I think with the M1 chip, that would be a good introduction to it because, one, granted, you're spending, like, depending on what kind of storage you get, because that's what the price goes up. I'm going to stick with the 128. So I'm looking at, I think it was like 1,200 and something. And so I feel like that'd be the cheapest route to get introduced to that one chip, besides buying, you can get the MacBook Pro, but then you're spending a lot more. So getting that feel for the M1 chip a little bit. And granted, you're not going to get the same feeling as you would with a MacBook Pro. But like I said, it's a good introduction to it. Just to see what it's about.
Yeah, but considering that Adobe's making like M1, their ARM, like they're making their Adobe products to run on the ARM stuff. Theoretically speaking, whatever version of Photoshop or Premiere that you would get on an M1 like MacBook, you would also theoretically be able to run on your iPad, which to me is a huge incentive because the idea of being able to run Premiere on one of these things, that's like I really, really like that. So, I mean, it seems to be going in the right direction. 5G, I think, is a way better thing for a tablet than it is for a cell phone.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, the Apple screens have always been great, so the whole Pro Display thing is fine. But yeah, I mean, it's exciting. I hope Joey ends up getting one. And then the Thunderbolt thing is cool too. I'll give him that. That was a pretty neat. I wish they put another port on the top. Like as dumb as that would probably look, I just really feel like it needed it would be more ports, just more ports.
Charge it, supercharge it.
Just from both ends.
The screen goes 8K. You plug in both power supplies.
just you get like 2 batteries and that's funny. No, it's cool, and we all saw that. I mean, we saw that comment too that they were going to be upgrading the iPad. So,
I'm really curious to see how much people care about the center stage thing, because it's kind of like whatever that Amazon product is that we had talked about semi-recently.
The ball?
No, it's the camera.
Oh,
yeah. So the center stage thing is the one where they put an ultra wide lens in the iPad for things like FaceTime and meetings and stuff like that, and then it tracks you. But it's because the one for whatever the other product was, the Amazon Home Pad or I don't know, whatever it was, like mentioned the same thing to where the camera would track you, but I think Apple did a much better job of like telling you that the camera's not actually moving. And I could never figure out if the camera in the other one was actually moving or if it was just a digital follow. And I think it's a really interesting idea. But I'm curious to see, because even in their promo for the event, the camera was kind of like choppy a little bit, and it wasn't all that smooth because as soon as like the little girl walked into the screen, it went whoop, and then so like if you're having a meeting or something and you're showing somebody something and the camera thinks it's a face, your camera is going to constantly be going like this.
Yeah.
So I'm just not sure how much I trust it, but it's a cool idea.
Yeah, I mean it's I mean other companies have been doing it, so I mean why not? It's really not that difficult of a technology. So and I'm sure it'll do a good job with FaceTime. So that's definitely exciting. So hopefully Joey gets that one, and we'll be definitely looking forward to getting my hands on that thing because I want to see that performance and see what it's like.
And it also comes with the new Magic Keyboard in white, or you can get it with the new Magic Keyboard in white.
Of course.
Which I have been waiting on forever.
Tesla owners.
Yeah. Just people in general. Yeah, that's honestly, you know what? It doesn't look too bad with the white.
No, I would have gotten it in white.
Yeah.
If they had the white when I got my keyboard, because the only reason I got the space gray one was, which I do really like the space gray, but the only reason I got space gray was because I didn't want a silver iPad with my black keyboard.
Yeah.
Like, they need to match.
That makes sense.
The problem with this is though it's going to show a lot of dirt
Yeah.
with white.
Yeah,
That's the issue.
hopefully whatever it's coated in will be able to resist. Because like right now mine's kind of smudgy, but like just a little rub and it.
That's what
goes away.
pisses me off about these a little bit is how easily it gets smudged.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. And you could put it. I literally have cleaned this completely. Nothing's touched it, and somehow there's smudge on it.
Yeah.
It's like, what is this from?
I don't know. It's really it's like a rubbery leather material. I can't exactly tell what it's made out of, but it grips
It's
onto
like that
everything.
soft velvet.
Yeah. It's got like a hard.
Soft
Yeah,
touch.
it's got like a velvety type thing going on.
I really wish Apple would. I wish they had a program where they. I wish things like this would come with basic like maybe a 1-2 year warranty.
I think it comes with one.
One.
Yeah, I think it comes default with one.
Even if it's just one. Honestly, I know it's pushing my wish list, but there's a lot of companies now doing 5 years.
Yeah, 3. I've seen a lot of 3.
And if I wish Apple would do that in with their products and give a 5-year warranty, just because of how expensive this stuff is.
Yeah.
Instead of doing 1 year, okay, great, I got 1 year, but now 1 year comes up and now something automatically happens and now you're out of luck. Unless you get the Apple Care, but even then, you're spending even more money with Apple Care.
It's like 30. It depends on the product. Some of them are way more expensive. Like getting it on a Mac, it's like, it's expensive.
I just wish they came out and been like 5 years. I believe that's fair. 5 years is fair.
I would say probably. I would say no. Definitely 1 year is too short. 3 minimum for me would be 3 minimum for me. Just because I mean, I don't know. That's a tough one. I hear 5. 5's a long time for one item. For something like this, like for an iMac or something, I could see 5 years. It's just sitting there. Mobile stuff is a little harder because of the fact that it's mobile. And so, a drop, it's like, well, we can't detect the drop. So how do we know that the drop did it and it wasn't like a manufacturing fault? So I don't know.
Well, no, with the warranties, it should cover anything. Honestly, I believe it should cover, even if it's your fault and on an accident, you drop it, whatever the case is. Even if you have to do a minimum fee of $50, fine. But they should give you that. It doesn't matter.
There's a word for that. Deductible.
Yeah.
Is basically what.
If you want to throw a deductible on it, make it affordable. $50. All right, cool. Here's $50. Now I can get a new one to replace this.
Mm-hmm. Thoughts, Manny?
Or if it is under warranty and you don't want to go, if you don't do the replacement thing, then you don't have to give the $50. However, then in that warranty, then Apple Care should be free.
Oh, like a security deposit or something?
Yeah.
Like you get your money back if like
so like if you don't no what I'm saying is just
okay.
if you, let's say I drop this, right, but everything works, everything still works, or I'm sorry, the screen's not cracked, there is something wrong inside, but they say that they can fix it, so instead of having to replace it, then I should be able to get in the warranty Apple Care for free, because otherwise they're gonna charge you like over $100 to fix whatever's inside.
Yeah. It's tough. There with iPads, I can see. With iPhones, you'd probably never see that because people swap out their phones every year. But with something like an iPad, I can see, especially if they want this to be the standard for limiting kind of laptops, like for your day-to-day, even heavy use type stuff, I can see the iPad being a sufficient thing. And if you need something like more extreme, you would use like a laptop. Like these, they're trying to get it there. So I can see why a longer warranty on at least the iPad would be, especially because they are very expensive. I mean, Aaron got the 1 terabyte, and it's like almost $2,000, which is a laptop.
That's crazy.
It is. What are your?
My what?
Do you have thoughts, concerns,
Wait, for
opinions on anything Joey just said?
Oh yeah. I don't know, man. Like I don't really think about it. Like I kind of like try to take care of my things. You know, not. I'm not saying that Joey doesn't, but it's like. I'm like when I don't get a warranty, I'm like willing to accept the risk that if it breaks, it breaks. You know, that's just like because I'm cheap like that sometimes. But I do think they should at least include like 30 days of Apple Care for free, like when you first buy it or something.
I'm pretty
like
sure
that.
they actually do that already.
On the phones, they do.
Oh,
I think on the
phones?
phone, yeah, it's like 90 days or something, or they give you an extended period. They do something like that.
Right. Okay.
But I'm saying is just so like for Aaron, perfect example, almost spending $2,000, right? Automatic 5-year manufacturer warranty.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that.
Without having to purchase it.
I would say
It just automatically comes on.
You know what they could do if you're like deep in the Apple. I didn't want to cut you off, but I just thought of this now. If you're deep in the Apple ecosystem, or even if you have a single Apple product, like $30 a month, and all of your Apple crap is just permanently warranted. Like as long as you keep that up, I can imagine the money that Apple would pull in. I would pay that $30, and if my iMac goes, they will fix it up to a certain life of the product. So like a full 5 years, no matter what. Obviously, if you bring in a 2009 iMac, no, even then, because how often is that going to happen?
Right.
That would be something, and they would call it Apple Fix Show.
Apple Care Plus.
Apple Care Family Love Fix Show shit. Just whatever. I think that would be something a lot of people would. I know I would. With how much freaking Apple crap. Oh yeah, I would in a heartbeat.
I say that's fair, but I still think it should just be automatic 5-year warranty.
Yeah, 5 years is a lot though, man. I hear you. That's a lot.
That's a lot, but so is your products. The products that we buy is a lot.
Yeah.
You spend you just said Aaron almost spent $2,000 on an iPad with a terabyte storage.
their margins.
How is that
huge,
not a
too.
lot? You know what I mean?
It's not like they don't have the money.
Right. How is that not a lot?
I would say like if I were doing it, I'd be like, okay, if you spend
Plus, I'm sorry. Oh, one more thing. Plus, they got their credit card stuff now, so you can't just sit there and tell me that's a lot. I'm sorry, Manny. Go ahead.
No, what I was gonna say is like if you spend like a certain threshold of money, like let's say 1,500 or like 2K on your Apple Store visit, everything you bought would be like under like a 1-year Apple Care. You know what I mean?
If every like $500, you get a whatever, like
Or
if
something weird, I don't know.
Yeah.
Or like maybe a points like an Apple Card, you get Apple Care instead of like points
Apple
or something.
points?
if you use, that would be actually not instead of getting the 3% back, you can turn it into like long-term Apple Care or something.
But most of those things are going to be covered for people that are heavy buyers of Apple or business people, not like just regular people that are going in to buy one MacBook for either their kid or maybe some parent or whatever the case is, or just somebody needing it for work. That still wouldn't work out for the everyday consumer.
I know, but the way they price their products is like they want to keep the price they set up there, so Apple Care needs to be up there to cover the price that they set
I understand
themselves.
that, but then entice it. If you want people to spend it, entice it.
But
Just
Apple
give
Care
us-
doesn't even pay for the whole thing. If you damage it,
Yeah.
it
No, I
only
know.
brings the price down, which I think is ridiculous. If I buy Apple Care for my phone and my phone screen cracks, Apple Care covers it. This isn't I give you an extra $200 on top of the Apple Care. Like, no,
Right.
that's why I won't pay for Apple Care, because it's ridiculous. Like, I can just go through cell phone insurance and pay $100. And I rarely ever crack my phones.
Right.
But still, it's like, no, it's one or the other, not both. This isn't Hulu that you pay for with ads. That system sucks.
How much would you say you spent so far with Apple? And an estimate. I know it's a lot, but an estimate. You don't have to give me, of course, the total.
Since my first iPhone?
So since your first Apple product to now.
6, and down. Each phone with AirPods, HomePods, Apple TVs.
Butt plugs.
No butt plugs. Pencils keep. and then the stupid trash cans. Ooh, I would probably nearing 20 G's.
No,
And-
it has to be
and-
more than that, I think.
No, surprisingly, yeah. Each of those trash cans used were $1,500. The iMac was $4,000. My MacBook was $2,000.
I was thinking the same thing with how much he spent. Thing is he spent that much money, no warranty.
No warranty.
No
right?
warranty.
Yeah, but I've never needed
Chump.
it. I've never
No,
needed it.
I get it. But I'm saying is, let's say, God forbid, something happens, you drop it. Now you're screwed, and you have to go and buy another one.
I mean, that is a fair point. Dom's saying that he hasn't needed the warranty in all this time. If Apple's products are so good that people rarely ever need the warranty, why not just offer the warranty?
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know. That's one of those internal things. I found out something very interesting that got me think that this is kind of similar to, because you just don't know what their internal meetings look like as far as like why they make decisions about certain things.
Yeah.
Like I just one of my friends, he was explaining to me why more and more, and this is related. It's similar, but
Yeah.
he was explaining to me why more and more smartphones don't have the SD card. And that's because the SD card technology is not as fast as the flash storage in your phone. And so companies don't want users putting data on the SD card because it's going to make their phones feel slow. Whereas another competitor phone that doesn't have it is going to feel fast. So the reason they don't do it, even though that's something users want, is because the average user isn't going to know that the reason their phone is slow is because they're using the SD card, which they want. So they just don't put it in. So it's one of those things that they don't market. But it's one of the things that they talk about in their meetings. So I just wonder, as far as warranty goes, like what is their internal reason for plotting things the way that they do? MKBHD did an interview with Craig Federighi or whatever his name is, the iOS guy that works at Apple, and he asked him about MKBHD asked him about something, and Craig went in and said, when we did our internal testing and we looked and we did this, and he shared a bunch of like the internal like thinking, and it made a lot of sense for the question. But the companies never reveal the discussions of how they came to that conclusion or why it is the way that it is. Because often, so far, as I've kind of dug more and more into this, and maybe I should do a video on it, I have discovered there's usually, not always, a very good reason for something stupid. It's surprising. So, like I said, I don't know. Maybe they would come out and say, well, our stuff is just good, and if there's an initial problem with it, like then it'll show up. But otherwise, in 3, 4, 5 years, like I just don't know. I'm not saying that they don't have I'm not saying they have a good reason. I'm just saying they could, and we just don't know it.
The only reason that they can have, there is no good reason. I can answer that right now. The only good reason that they have, and it's not good for us, is just money.
Yeah.
It's just money.
But see, that's what somebody would say about the SD card thing too. Is now that you can't upgrade your storage, it's planned obsolescence to make you buy a new phone every year when you run out of storage. But but
what I'm saying, but you can't. No offense, but you can't compare those two because one is there. It is it's proven that slows things. What does the warranty have to do?
No, what I'm saying is maybe. So let's say that they increase the warranty to 5 years, and then let's say they release a line of products like let's say the butterfly keyboards. And then after 5 years, there's a huge failure that occurs. That huge failure is going to come 5 years later unplanned. And now they're going to have to cover all that stuff, which could end up boosting up costs in other departments, making future products more expensive because they're not just going to take that hit. They have to recoup those losses. So that could be a reason. I don't know. So to make future products not more expensive, I'm not saying they don't need to increase the warranty.
And I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, it is. Even if that is the case, wouldn't it be worth it?
Not if it's going to cost several billion.
No, I'm talking about if the price goes up. How much do you think? I mean, well, that's not a fair question to ask. How much? What do you think the price would go up? Because who knows? But I'm saying for the price to go up for us to buy something, right? Wouldn't it be fair if you got that 5-year warranty right there for that price?
So basically, spend more now and also get a 5-year. So make the products more expensive now and get a 5-year. Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying, just to have that.
I don't know. I don't know. Like
Maybe
I genuinely
I'm just
don't know.
Maybe I'm thinking
No,
crazy,
I'm
but
not-
at the same
yeah,
time, I'm
and-
just like thinking to myself, okay, you spent over 20. Let's say you spent over 20,000. Aaron spent a couple thousand already. I've spent a couple thousand. We have nothing to back that up.
You have the product that's working.
But I'm saying but I'm saying is something goes wrong, I have nothing to and then I have to go and spend another $1,200.
I hear you, man. I hear you, man. I do. I genuinely do. I don't know if from a business standpoint, if 5 years is necessarily reasonable.
Well, then screw 5 years. Let's go to 3, like you said.
I would say I'm not saying I don't.
Something.
Yeah, I don't. No, I definitely agree that 1 year is not long enough,
Right.
especially when phones are lasting longer. Laptops, especially. I think laptops and iMacs should definitely have 4 or 5 years. I can get behind that. I think for the iPad, it's in that weird spot. I think iPhone should have 2.
Yeah.
And I think the iPad probably would do okay with 3 because you want to be fair, right? Because it's one of those things, like I said, if suddenly, they get hit with a huge slew because there's a bunch of problems, mind you, they'll end up getting class action lawsuit anyway, like they did with the butterfly keyboard.
I hear what you're saying now. So any mobile device, put 2 or 3 years on it. Any the devices that stay at your house, like those speakers or your iMacs, put 5 years on it.
Yeah,
and there you go.
I would say because you just want to sit in the I'm not saying that you're wrong.
Yeah.
It's just balancing the reason, because then at that point, if it's like, well, we can demand any years, well then 100 years of warranty, and I want to be able to give my kids this iPad. And I'm not obviously that I'm being hyperbolic there, but I definitely do hear you. I do, and I do agree. But the money isn't for nothing, because if you had this iPad, let's say you had your iPad for 5 years, and even if you did have the warranty, what you bought was 5 years of experience with the laptop, and that's where your money went. But I do hear you.
I mean, and then we'll move on from this. Just one thing is
that's a good combo.
It's what got me in a 5-year thing is, even though it's completely different, but you got vacuums that are 5 years automatically when you buy it, and that's a vacuum. Think about all. I mean, granted, it's not as expensive.
That might be part of the marketing thing, though. Because
I bought a carpet cleaner.
No, I'm not saying they don't do it. What I'm saying is, like, vacuums are like significantly more simple, and a lot of companies will say, buy this now for a lifetime warranty. But it's part of the selling thing. It makes you feel better about buying it, and that's part of the sale.
Sure.
So in that regard, I can see why. And yeah, like a vacuum breaks, it's you have to replace a hose or a cord. You have this thing break, there's 1.5 million circuits on here.
Right. And again, like I said, I know it's completely different, but
I do hear
like
you.
My carpet cleaner's got 5 years automatically, and it's like that thing can break faster than this, right? But it's got 5 years on it. That's all I'm saying is.
I hear you. No, I do hear you. I do. I definitely do. I do agree that they need to increase the warranties for sure, without question. It's just it's balanced. That's the tough part.
Sure.
But going into the next thing, and I think this has been the most controversial. The internet's been blowing up on this. The iMac. So Joey and I did a lot of talking. Aaron and Manny, you guys wanna argue about it, about the colors and how awful they are?
I'm surprised by how small the chip inside is.
Oh, the logic board?
I guess,
the motherboard?
right? Yeah, that's they call it, right? Yeah. It's so small. It's just like not even the whole chin. It's just like
half of the chin is used for speakers, and then like it's literally the whole computer's.
How dare they take away the Apple logo?
I'm gonna let you guys.
But it just like proves to me though that they just need to put Mac OS on an iPad. That's essentially what they did right there.
Pretty much. Except for it's a big ass screen.
Yeah, and it's not
23-inch iPad.
But
It's like, hey, hold on a second.
I was honestly surprised. Because when I looked at it, I'm like, oh shit, it looks like a Surface Studio that we were talking about.
Yeah.
And then I was surprised that it only had that one hinge to tilt. If you had another hinge in there, you could compress it.
Yeah,
draw on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, they should make these things touchscreen too.
I'm surprised they didn't. I'm a little surprised they didn't make this touchscreen or Apple Pencil compatible.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And do the whole certain now your iMac is a Surface Studio, but it wasn't marketed that way. And that lower hinge, speaking of the vertical thing, so they basically made the hinge off of the Pro Display XDR. But the Pro Display XDR has some level of like vertical. And they could have easily put another hinge on the base where the base meets the first part of the hinge, and then they could have added a thing. And that gives you your vertical, and then that gives you, your pivot on the next hinge up above. And I'm just, people have been complaining about not having vertical adjustment. And so they have to keep buying those stupid wooden stands you put on your desk to bring it up. So I'm surprised they didn't do that.
But I will be honest. Would I buy one? Yes.
You would?
I would. I'll be honest. I'm not going to sit here and say, well, fuck, they all these colors. Well, fuck them. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do that. No. Would I buy a colorful? No, because I can't tell blue or purple. And then I'll buy a purple one, and I have it on my
pink.
desk, and everyone will be like, Joe,
It's coral color.
everyone would tell me it's blue until some stranger walks in my house and be like, why is it pink? What? Well, now I don't have a warranty, so I can't return.
That's
No, but no, I would definitely.
I'm surprised.
It took me a second to register what you said, and then I got it.
I would definitely buy one. I would buy the silver one.
Yeah.
I think the price on them is not bad either, honestly.
What did it
Because
start at?
what was it, 12?
Honestly, I don't know the price on this one. Aaron, do we have
13. So the 7-core GPU will start at $1,300, and it'll come in green, pink, blue, and silver. And then the 8-core GPU will start at $1,500 and come in green, yellow, orange, pink, purple, blue, and silver.
So you,
And then-
oh, I'm sorry, Aaron.
Oh, you're good. Each color combination ends up coming with the same color power cord, magic mouse, USB-C to lightning cable, and magic keyboard.
Are those included? Mm-hmm. Those are included.
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
Can you repeat that one more time, Aaron? What did you say that comes with? Because I just want to make sure before I say something that you didn't. Just repeat what you just said about what comes with what.
Yeah. So it comes with in the box, it comes with a power cord, which is the same color as your computer. It also comes with a magic mouse, which is the same color as your computer, a USB-C to lightning cable, which is also the same color as your computer, and a magic keyboard, which is also the same color as your computer.
a... And that keyboard has Touch ID in it.
Yes, it does.
Okay,
Which is awesome.
So here's the deal. Here's the thing. This is what I was going to say. That Touch ID keyboard does not come with your standard one. That Touch keyboard, that Touch
think
ID.
it does.
No, because you either get that keyboard without the Touch. I looked at this online, and I thought there's a certain one that if you buy, there. It
Yeah,
is.
he's not wrong.
So if you buy the,
if you buy the base level, you don't get Touch ID in your keyboard. Ooh,
Exactly.
screw them.
Yeah.
Screw them.
so you have to spend about $1,500 to $1,700 to get that.
You could always buy the keyboard after the fact, but then it basically prices out because you know
Right.
that keyboard's gonna be expensive to buy separately.
But and then the other thing too is that $1,500 to $1,700 that power supply doesn't have the Ethernet cable to it either.
Wait, what?
So that
Well, it doesn't have gigabit Ethernet.
Yeah,
It looks like it doesn't have Ethernet. Period. You
Right.
see the other two models, the one that's $14.99 and $16.99 has gigabit Ethernet, but it's built into the power supply.
Yeah,
So basically, if you get the $13.99, it's Wi-Fi only,
yeah,
or if you get a Thunderbolt adapter.
right. Adapters.
Yeah, adapters. Yeah,
More adapters.
whole thing with adapters this week.
So yeah, if you want all that stuff, you spend the 15 cents. Now here's the thing. Do I agree with that? No. Do I believe that everything should have everything? Yeah, it's in a perfect world, sure, it's gonna happen, but we all know that's never gonna happen. So, what was it? Can you scroll down a little bit, Aaron?
I kind of get the Ethernet thing.
Okay, so-
most people want to use just Wi-Fi.
You're 12. It's at $12.99 for the basic, $14.99 for the mid tier, and $17 for the best. For the 14 for $200 more, I would do it. $14.99 I would stay because you know what? It's $1,500. You're getting M1 chip. You're getting Touch ID. You're getting. I mean, why
You're
not?
getting a 4.5K display, and that's the
Right.
thing a lot of people don't factor in. You're getting everything, whole computer, start to finish, keyboard, mouse, everything for that price. It's not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that thing is so thin, and this is something I found to be amazing. I was telling her, well, she already knew, but I told her anyway because that's what I do. The thing is thinner than a standard headphone jack. A standard headphone jack has 14 millimeters of depth. That thing is 11 millimeters thick.
11.5.
11.5. That to me is so incredible that thing is 70% more powerful than my 2019 iMac with the i9 8-core whatever, and is 50% thinner. It is as thin as an Apple Watch, and that is incredible. The design, I'm not a fan of,
Yeah.
but what engineering wise and what they accomplished is marvelous.
Well, I was about to say
Sorry.
something. Shit.
Sorry.
I was gonna say $1,500. You buy that for that. Never mind. I'm not gonna even try.
You think about it. Let's hear it, Manny.
Yeah.
Because you've been thinking about getting a Mac at some point, right?
A Mac Mini. Is
Mac
what I
Mini.
want. I'll probably get one. But I don't know, man. That's cool. I like and I don't know. It's kind of ugly, kind of cool.
It is kind of ugly.
again, like I'm excited for like hopefully the iMac Pro is like a Surface Studio.
Maybe.
You know, they do that.
Yeah.
Or but I am encouraged by the fact that they added Touch ID to the keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just hope we get Touch ID this year on the new iPhone.
And I think we will. I'm surprised they didn't put Face ID on this, because I get Touch ID is nice, but Face ID would have made more sense for the iMac. Because like, what are you going to do? Like, how are you going to use your computer without looking at the screen?
You know why? But here's the thing. I think it's because where they would have to put that would be on the top, right?
Yeah, there's already a camera there.
So what I'm saying is, though, I'm guessing it's just a whole convenience factor of if let's say someone's short and they don't get up to that, they have to all the time take their computer and tilt it for it to see their eyes, or they have to stand up. You know what I mean? It's
it might be a distance thing, because I do know, because the iPad has, because it would only be, I don't think they would have a hard time fitting the module in, because like this is like it fits in here at a very small bezel on the iPad, but it's probably a distance thing, because this thing has like decent distance. I think it'll get me from about this far. Okay, hold on, it got me. That's what, about a foot and a half in my face?
Foot and a
2
half.
feet.
I think that's 2 feet. I don't know, my depth perception's off. All right, that's 2 feet, so it got me at 2 feet. Here's 2.5 feet. It still got me. Wait, hold on. Now it's... Come on. No, face too far away. Oh, let's see. If I keep sliding. Hold on, get the mic out of the way. Sliding. No, come on. Hold on, still got me. Oh, yeah, it looks like it's about 2.5 feet for it. Whatever.
You're like 3 feet.
3 feet. That's still pretty good. But yeah, it might be a distance thing, is my point. Or it could just be a price thing, because that module's probably got to be pretty expensive. Or maybe they're just going to say now it has Touch ID, and then like the next one will have Face ID. It's just weird. They put Touch ID in the things it doesn't make sense. They put Face ID in the things it doesn't make sense. They need to switch it, is my point.
So that was the 24-inch iMac. How much was the 27 though?
I don't think they had one.
Mm-mm.
No?
No.
It was just
They
24?
didn't announce one.
Oh, I thought
That's
they
the
had
iMac
okay.
Pro.
It better not be. Like the standard 27-inch iMac, the 27-inch monitor is, in my opinion, the perfect size monitor.
Now I remember what I was going to say.
Well, there it is.
Um,
Oh, yeah. This is going to be a good one.
Aaron, can you go back to the iMac real quick, please?
And then, Aaron, and then I want to hear all of your thoughts here, because I know you had a lot of thoughts on the iMac as well. So after Joey, I really want to hear.
So what I was going to say is so what's also cool is if you have the Apple Card, you put that in the monthly installment, you're paying $120. If you get the middle tier, I'm just talking about middle tier right now, and high tier. For the 15 or 1700, you're paying $124.91 a month for 12 months, or $141.58 a month for 12 months. That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
It's not bad at all.
And if you get the one, and I don't want to call it the less tier either. The first tier, I'll say, for $1,300, it's $108.25 for 12 months.
It's $100, yeah.
That's not bad at all. For everything, even though you're not getting everything that's inside that machine, what you're getting it's good.
Yeah.
So I would say, honestly, like I said, spend the $200 more, get it for the 15, and you're all set.
Yeah, especially you'll get slightly better performance too. It's surprising, and I'm hoping that they have larger RAM configurations. Honestly, I would love it if the bezels were black, not white, which is weird. I'm sorry, it's weird. It looks weird. And
Are
the
they
Apple,
all white on
they're
every
all
single
white
one?
on every single one. It has a white bezel. It's not the black bezel like mine. It has a white bezel, and they needed the Apple logo on the bottom. It don't look right.
Right.
It doesn't. There's something off.
They put the logo on the back.
It's which the other iMacs have.
Right.
They've all had that,
but it's just on the back.
It need to be on the chin. Now the chin looks out of place. It just looks like a big tooth. It's just weird.
I have a feeling they did white bezels just because to tie in Apple.
I don't know.
The Apple, like...
Maybe. But their iPads, even their phones, no matter what color you get, have black
Aren't
bezels.
they
Yeah, I
just
know.
like calling back to the old Macs?
Huh?
Design?
They might be.
It could be.
Like the big round ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because wasn't it like a bezel and then like a strip
Well,
on the
It was
bottom?
clear, yeah.
They might be actually doing their computers like that because they're matching it with the iPhone 13 because iPhone 13 is actually supposed to be
I was
thicker
wrong.
than this.
Yeah, I heard that
So
too.
what I'm thinking is they actually
Go to thick phones.
they're actually gonna go. They're putting their new iMacs, matching it with the iPhone 13 style. Hence why it's a little. If I'm not mistaken, these iMacs are a little bit thicker than the one that you have, right, Dom? Or am I wrong?
These iMacs?
Yeah.
No,
Or
they're
are they
thinner. They're 50% thin.
They're thinner?
Yeah,
Okay.
dude, it's like a little thicker than this iPad. Like, it's thin.
Okay.
It is. it is incredible, and all the things are in that chin.
Okay, then ignore everything I just said. Sorry, guys.
Honestly, I would be amazed to see what they would have been able to accomplish if they made it like a millimeter or two thicker, and then used that extra space for logic boards, like what they could have accomplished.
Yeah.
Like I'm excited. What they accomplished here is incredible, and I'm super excited to see the reviews. We will not be reviewing one because we don't have any sponsors. So subscribe.
Apple, if you'd like to sponsor us.
Oh yeah, good. Yeah, yeah.
Aaron, what do you think?
Well, all of my thoughts have pretty much been covered already, but I think the colors are cool.
Which color would you get?
He took my.
Honestly, I don't know because I hate the way that Apple is doing their colors. Like I had this complaint about the new iPhone too, the iPhone 12, because I love the color that's on the front of all of these computers, but I hate the colors that are on the back.
Oh, the darker, less
Because
pastel-y colors.
they do it a really awful way. Like when you look at the cases for the iPhone 12s, you have like the pinkish phone, but then the case is like a red. And then you have the mint green phone, but the case is like a forest green. Like those two don't go together. So, I mean, honestly, if I were to get one, either I would just suck it up and get either the pink or green one or just get the silver one.
I like the blue. The blue doesn't bother me as much. But yeah, the pink and orange and yellow ones and the green one and the purple one. No, purple one's not too bad. But the other four on the left are weird.
I might actually would do blue.
The blue one's not terrible, but it has that white bezel. It looks weird.
I think weird. Honestly, I think the blue and the white would look better than silver and white.
Yeah, I don't think that a black bezel would look good with the colors.
Yeah, that's
it just wouldn't fit.
issue.
Yeah, but when the screen is off, the problem is when the screen is off. When it's on, I really don't think even with the screen on, but when it's off, you're going to see a white frame with a black screen
I
underneath
just wish they had black.
They'll have a Space Gray Pro.
I'm getting tired of space gray. I want black.
Wants the inky piano black that they had a long time ago.
I do think that it's really cool that they made the charger in the back magnetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
It's cool. Yeah, it's a cool way of embracing it. The external power supply is one of the ways they made it super thin. And then the Ethernet in there is actually, you know what, I'm not going to lie. I heard a lot of YouTubers saying they didn't think it was a good idea to put the Ethernet port in the brick. I like it because now you just have one cable in your iMac and you can have the Ethernet cable somewhere else. And I hate the Ethernet cable poking out of mine. It drives me crazy, even though I never see it. It's just like
I like that.
Yeah.
The Ethernet. The magnetic thing is nice unless you have cats.
Just have
Are cats anti-magnets?
Or
they'll just yank the cable out.
Or a dog.
I'm trying to think of why they would make it magnetic in the first. I mean, I guess it's just easy to plug in. You don't
like
have to,
MagSafe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody keeps, or a lot of people keep talking about how they want MagSafe back. Plus, I don't know how many times you've tried to plug in things in the back of your computer. But
you know what? You get used to it.
When you can't see it.
At first, I don't know what it was. It was weird. When I first got the machine, trying to plug stuff in was a pain in the ass. But after there's something happens and you kind of learn and you could just do it first try. It's weird. It's really weird. The placement, you just get used to it. It's unlike these stupid monitors where I can't plug the USB port in.
Well, their new MacBooks are coming back with the MagSafe, right?
Supposedly.
Oh, yeah, we don't know yet. So maybe that's what they're doing with the iMacs. They're making these MagSafe just like their MacBooks.
Yeah, and it might just be like a cool little mark. I'm just trying to figure out because you don't move your iMac all that much unless they're trying to make it so you can. Because how often are you really going to unplug that thing? Like that's what's cool about MagSafe on an iPad. I get MagSafe on a phone or laptop. I get that you don't move all that much. So I'm trying to figure out
they make carrying cases
for your iMac.
Yeah, they make carrying cases for your iMac. Apple, I don't think makes the carrying case, but there are carrying cases out there.
There are too many businesses. That's weird.
So wait, let me ask you this because I don't have an iMac, so I don't know the stand. That comes off?
No. You can remove it, but it requires you to take the machine apart. It's not designed. You basically, when you order it, you pick. Do you want it VESA mountable or do you want it with the stand? It's either or, not both. Which is bad design, in my opinion.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
So how the hell would you put it in the bag?
The bags are triangular.
Oh.
No, legitimately. The bags look like a triangle. Like the box that it comes in, the bag looks just like the box it comes in.
At that point, oh, go ahead.
I read somewhere that you need an adapter to put in a bag.
Yeah, it's on that adapter thing again. That was funny. That's funny. And they're gonna touch pencils now. I mean, either way, it's interesting to see what they're doing, and I'm glad to see that they at least somewhat thinned out the bezels. I'm surprised they're as thick as they are. To be honest, I'm surprised they didn't go with like just a flush, because it probably would have been pretty cool if you had just the chin and then a near invisible bezel.
Are the corners rounded?
Yeah,
They are?
I believe so. Yeah, they're just like the iPad.
No, they're not. Look.
The outside corners are. The screen corners are not.
Yeah, you're not gonna round them. I mean, I guess with the iPad,
Whoa, why would they do that?
probably because it's a computer.
I'm not going to get it anymore.
You weren't gonna get it in the first place.
You don't know that. You don't know Manny.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
Dude, he refuses to pay $8.99 to watch anime out of principle, which is
I don't
it's a
blame
dumb
him. I
principle.
wouldn't spend that to watch
You be quiet.
anime.
Trying to talk smack.
I understand, Manny.
Make you share that story.
I wouldn't.
It's actually kind of funny.
I wouldn't spend that either.
Okay, so we got some other new updates with iOS 14.5. Honestly, I didn't read any of this stuff. I know the thing.
This
about
was your
with
story.
podcasts.
This
I
is
didn't put that story in.
14.5.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. No, I did. Yes, I apologize. I did read this.
All I know is one update coming with iOS 14.5,
I did read this.
There's
and that's
Yeah.
the controller.
Oh no, there's something else that's big on this.
Oh, yeah.
the podcast thing.
Yeah.
No, not the podcast thing. There's something even bigger than that.
Maps,
Wrong.
reminders.
Wrong. Okay, I'll just say it.
Your mom.
This update is gonna make it where you no longer have to remove your mask for your Face ID.
Oh, that's a big one.
So that is that's what I consider the biggest one out of this whole thing, is where you don't have to no longer take your mask, pull it down for it to see you or recognize you.
Mm-hmm.
It now will have a mask reader.
That's interesting. I'm curious how they pulled that one off. Because if it,
Like, what if you had to, like, put your social security card on your mask, and then it just reads the numbers on your card, and like, oh, yeah, that's him.
it just runs your credit every single time you unlock your phone.
You're good, bro.
No, what happened? No, what it is when you get your vaccine.
Oh, okay.
The vaccine, it just shows in your eyes, and it's like, oh,
It's an
all the-
iPhone.
Yeah.
It doesn't unlock.
Apple has made the
Johnson &
vaccine.
Johnson.
We've been lied to.
I'm surprised that the iPhone 12 didn't have the Touch ID.
That's why they waited this long for the AirTags. They had to wait for everyone to get vaccinated first.
Yeah.
It's not pinging our phone; it's pinging us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the chips.
Yeah. We got the U1 chip and
The M1 chips.
No, the U1 is the one that tracks. W1.
Oh.
It's the W1 chip. The W1 chip is the one that like you can like bring your phone up to another Apple device and it'll do it automatically, and that's like the low ultra wideband chip that does all that stuff.
So if we actually rubbed up against each other, would that be considered?
Okay, so, Aaron, do you want to tell us about all the stuff they're changing with the podcast app, because that has a direct
vaccine.
that has a direct effect on us, and we're gonna need to figure out what we're gonna do with this, because they now have like you can do exclusive content and you can do paid for stuff. They did a lot with They're doing a lot with podcasts. Like they're just trying to destroy Spotify right now.
Well, yeah. Did you hear about Spotify and Joe Rogan? That shit's still going.
Seriously, they're still dealing with. Oh, I didn't hear about that at all.
Spotify is just they're dicks.
Yeah, they kind of are. I saw. There are people who literally upload garbage to Spotify, and then they will buy a bunch of phones. And if you play 45, I don't know if Spotify changes, but this was like a fairly recent thing, and I didn't know about this. If you play 45 seconds of a song, excuse me, the artist will get a piece of that. So people just upload crap to Spotify, their own crap, and then they'll get a bunch of phones, and they'll build bots that just play 45 seconds of their songs over and over and over again. And this one dude made $90,000 in a year doing that. And I'm just thinking, like, that is a bad model.
Dude, we need to do that.
No, I don't want to do anything like that.
That'd be awesome.
No.
All we do is go completing the circuit, completing the circuit, completing the circuit.
It doesn't work on podcasts.
No, we make our own song just repeating that word. With different hip hop beats, but the same lyrics. Yeah.
That's funny.
And then add in
No, we're not doing any of that. We're not doing any of that. Aaron,
Yes.
podcast changes? Did you want to walk us through all the...
Didn't you just say all of them?
I mean, I did. But
Okay, then there we go.
Why don't you reiterate them for...
I don't know what they are.
Oh, I thought, okay. Well, that's all of them. I think there's another thing, too. But, yeah, you get, like, subscriptions, exclusive content. Like,
yeah.
they're making it more easy to, like, make money as a podcast person.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which is cool. I hope they fix their analytics because they're shit.
They said they were.
I can't imagine. Like, they're going to do
They
all
have
this,
a-
but they can't fix their analytics. Sorry.
No, they are. Hold on.
I heard. I
It
heard
was
you.
part of the presentation, wasn't it? The analytics stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, then I missed that part. I was streaming on my iPad and wasn't paying attention because...
Life.
What?
I
You
was
were working.
I was listening to it in the background, is what I was doing. So, I mean, yes, I was working, but I was listening to it in the background.
Cool
Yeah.
story, brah.
I'm trying to find... hold on,
What's
podcast.
next?
Here.
There it is.
Here?
It's this.
Oh.
So, this is what the new, like, thing should look like or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's called Apple Podcast for Creators website. And
Staying from development.
it's currently available.
Well,
I meant to see if you had gone into it.
Let's log in and take a look. I think one of the... I don't know if I have a device that'll... Well, I can look at this later. It's not important. Because there's probably going to be a bit in there. So, yeah, hopefully it just has better tracking for listens. Because right now, it doesn't show you... If any of your episodes, you have to have like a minimum of 5 listens on a device that shares like listening data in order for it to show up as a device, as like in order for you to see that data. Otherwise, you don't see anything. It is very annoying because if we are getting listens, even if it's a few, like, which I mean we are, but without like a bigger audience, you basically can't figure out if anything you're doing is wrong. If like all your episodes, everyone's only listening to 1 minute and then that's it.
Yeah.
You can't find out until you have enough people, but you can't find, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I mean, it's cool. We'll definitely be looking into it as the podcast grows at some point or another. But yeah, I mean, iOS 14, it's cool. It's cool. And I think they're also adding like live traffic updates for maps.
So there's like 3 things that you can... So there's the free. There's a thing called freemium. So what that is, freemium is fans listen for free and subscribe for additional benefits. And then you got paid. Fans pay to subscribe and listen. So that's what I've seen.
We charge $100 an episode. That's what we're going to do.
And now we just lost everyone.
At this point, we'll pay $100 for people to listen.
But I don't know if paid gives them even more benefits. It just says fans pay to subscribe and listen.
It's like an OnlyFans
Yeah,
for
about to-
podcast.
They're tapping
Yeah.
into that OnlyFans money too. That's funny.
It's exclusive content only for people who are paying.
Perfect. Anyone that wants to listen about butter popcorn or
Oh
chicken
God,
grease, hit me
Mike,
up.
just you'll get exclusive access to Joey's.
I'll tell you all the chicken grease and butter popcorn stories
Oh Jesus,
that you can ever imagine.
that was a whole thing, Manny. You weren't there for that.
Manny,
those were the dark days.
You can join too.
I'm good.
Oh,
That was funny.
No.
What I think that was it, right? Was there anything else that they covered in there?
Oh, for the update?
Yeah, I think they did a lot, which was good. I'm glad that they did so much, not just one thing. I don't think there was anything else. Let's see. Dual SIM, who cares?
They were doing an update to the news app.
Yeah, that's fine. I had to turn the
The
news app off.
console remote.
Console remote?
Yeah, you could hook up your PS5 controller to it.
Oh yeah, I did see that for the iPad. I guess they're newer version of Bluetooth or something. Well, do we want to go ahead and take our break, and when we get back, we can load up the next sets of stories we've been going on for?
yeah,
Sure.
that sounds good.
Okay, cool. We'll be back, and we're back.
And we're back.
No, don't do that. Don't do Ken Kniff.
We're back.
No Ken Kniff.
Yeah.
No.
We're back.
And we're back.
And we're back. Yeah.
Okay, so moving on.
Aaron, I'm surprised Erin didn't say we're back.
She's not in the mood.
No, she's not in a back. She's back mood. I don't know. I got nothing.
A notorious ransomware gang claimed to have stolen Apple's product designs.
Hold on a
and
sec
is
here. We're jumping really
requiring
fast into this story here.
$50
I told you
million.
she's not in the mood.
We're just. I mean, you just dived right into it.
Not in the mood, bro.
So
I thought we were starting our stories.
we are. You know, we have some stories, so we're gonna. That's okay. So, Aaron, do you want to tell us about the remaining stories we have since we're back from the break now?
Yeah, we're back.
Sure. So now that we are back from the break,
There we
I
go.
will share the stories.
That was the most sarcastic thing I've ever heard.
So a notorious ransomware gang called Revil.
Yeah, Revil.
Yeah, it's like Re-Evil, but there's only one E. So who knows? Is claiming to have stolen Apple's product designs and is threatening Apple to pay them $50 million by, was it May or March 1st? It would have to be May.
Yeah.
By May 1st or else. And they've already apparently put some of the hacked stuff up on their website.
Yes.
And
I think it was. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Quanta, who has all the blueprints and stuff for Apple, has confirmed that they were hacked, but they declined to share how much data was stolen.
I don't think it was Apple directly that was hacked. It was a manufacturing company
Yeah,
or something.
Quanta.
Oh, I see. That was the company. Mm-hmm. I mean, that sucks. Has Apple said anything yet?
Not to my knowledge.
I don't think they're going to pay that. I think they're just going to say, because every time, if they pay, then people are going to continue to do ransomware stuff.
Yeah.
So, I don't think Apple's the smart company to do that with, and they probably would have been better off like 50 grand, and Apple probably would have done it. But 50 million, they're not going to do that. They're not going to take a $50 million cut or a $50 million hole for that. They'll be like, you know what, leak them. Who cares?
Yeah. And apparently
It'll probably get people excited.
the company is Taiwan based and manufactures MacBooks and other products for Apple.
Or maybe they'll make that manufacturer pay the $50 million, or they lose all of Apple's business for having the security hole.
Oh, maybe it is Quanta, because a different article says blah 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 after Quanta refused to pay the 50 million ransom for the data.
Oh,
The group is now hoping to get Apple itself to pay. So they did try to get Quanta to pay first, and they said no, so now they're going after Apple.
that's dumb. Quanta should pay.
Why would Quanta pay? They're going to lose all of Apple's trust in them as a manufacturer. They're
Yeah,
going
but-
to lose Apple's business.
I guess that's
Why
true.
not
They're going
send
to lose
it to your boss?
They're gonna, I guess that's true. They're gonna lose it either way. So why pay? Like Apple's probably gonna completely pull out of them. So why pay in the first place? Mm-hmm. Although Apple might be able to, well, no, because it would probably cost more. And I don't know. That's a tough one because there may be like legal issues too, like as part of the contract or some shit. I don't know. It seems like one of those things where this is about to get messy because it wasn't Apple that was directly hacked. It was one of their partners or manufacturing plants that did it.
Yeah.
What are you doing over there, Joey? Joey's showing Manny perverted things.
I am not. It was very tech related.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's incredibly tech related. Yeah.
See?
I saw.
Tech related.
Yeah, I saw it.
Did you not see the MacBook?
Everybody else saw it too.
There's a MacBook in there?
MacBook Pro?
I
Right
can't see that MacBook Pro.
That right there. See?
It looks like a Dell
That's
XPS.
a- no,
Yeah, it's a
that's a
MacBook.
Mac.
I can see it from here. Anyway,
See? Totally about Apple.
what? So wait, Manny, how much have you read on this one? Because I only read like part of the art. I think I really only read the headline.
Are you the one that shared this story?
I saw the headline.
Unbelievable.
Ridiculous, man. Once again, I have to save you.
Oh, that's what it is.
All right.
You get a Kit Kat drumstick, and now you're just full of pep, huh?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me read the article.
Oh my God. Okay. It's a big thing, and I don't think Apple's going to pay. That's my opinion.
It's so big that you don't even know the article.
Excited that I'll potentially know what the new MacBook Pro rumors, if they're real or not.
I did read
on
the
May
article.
1st.
I was trying to give Manny an opportunity to speak.
So why
Joseph.
do you lie? You
Just
lied to our
just
viewers?
yes, just to open
And
the
our
floor.
listeners?
Yes, that's what I did.
Are they gonna
I
pay?
actually did inform myself.
Unbelievable.
I'm
Way to lie.
I know, right?
Way to lie.
You love it.
Sorry,
Like
guys.
Rihanna.
Next.
Not next. Manny,
What?
what were your thoughts? You had something. you were
Oh
about to say?
no, yeah. I don't think Apple's gonna pay. I really don't.
Next. Aaron, do you have thoughts? Anybody else have thoughts?
Well, apparently, we do know that some of the images that were released by Quanta were schematics for the just revealed Imac design.
Yeah, that was a way of proving it without doing too much damage. So, I'm curious what they have though. Like, what if it's like foldable, probably foldable iPhone? You don't think so?
No, they probably just have like stuff like a MacBook. I don't know. Like, what do they manufacture there? You said
MacBooks
MacBook
and-
stuff, right?
And
Yeah, no,
other
that's-
Apple
that's-
products.
Cause I was gonna say the phones and stuff.
No more Kit Kat drumsticks for you. You got like high or something off that thing.
I'm geeking right now, dude.
Dude, you're geeking right now.
Geeking
Right.
Turn
I
the
can't.
camera off. We're gonna edit that out.
Maybe they got
We're
a new
not.
design for Apple butt plugs.
Yeah, maybe. I'll
That's
always
the
know where
that's
it
the
is.
title of the episode.
The air
Apple butt plugs?
the AirTags on the tip.
Yeah, the eye butt. Aaron,
I'm not in this conversation.
let's
Then you go on your iPhone. You're like, I lost my butt plug. And then, like,
and it vibrates.
yeah.
No, this is getting dirty. This is getting dirty. Okay, here's another one. We've covered this one before with Discord and Microsoft. Microsoft will not be buying Discord, and Discord may be getting into maybe doing an IPO soon. So that's interesting. I'm happy for that. I'm not for all these companies buying up all these other little companies. It's driving me crazy. Like, everything can't be under like 4 umbrellas, because you're gonna get hit with a bunch of antitrust stuff, and everything's gonna get broken up anyway. So just knock it off. Discord's successful. Leave it alone. That's just me though.
Yeah,
And-
I'm happy it's not happening, but yeah.
Like, what benefit would come to Discord if Microsoft owned them? Because Microsoft bought Skype. Like, why does Microsoft want to own? Because all they're going to do is the same thing that happened with Skype. Skype used to be amazing, and they started integrating Skype and all their Microsoft shit, and then people left Skype, and now they're using Discord and WhatsApp and what's the other one? Slack.
Yeah, Slack.
That's and
Microsoft has Teams too.
didn't they make Teams, or was Teams its own thing and then Microsoft bought it?
I don't know.
I don't remember. Let me look it up.
I feel like they made it.
I think they made it because they wanted to migrate Skype to Teams or something, because people were using it for business, or I don't know. It was something like that. So I mean, that's interesting. And the fact is that Discord's valuation of $10 billion, I would never have expected a company like that to be worth $10 billion. It's proprietary. Yeah, no, it was made by Microsoft. What is so funny? What perverted stuff is Joey doing?
Why is that always me?
Because it's you.
I'm not doing anything.
You are. You did. This is Manny creaking the mic.
I'll accept your apology.
Aaron, thoughts?
Nope.
No thoughts? We're just burning through these stories? Okay, that's
Thoughts
a small...
on the Discord one?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Elvis.
Not thoughts on their squeakiness?
I would hope.
Let's not engage with the squeak. They are doing that thing between pencils and squeak. The eye squeak. That's just gonna get bad.
I mean, I think it's a good thing that Discord decided to say no to Microsoft. Only because, like, Discord is good how it is. And
Yeah.
although I could see that if Microsoft did buy Discord, they would just integrate it into the Xbox for, like, chat and stuff. But
I could see it working for, that's probably exactly what their plan was to integrate it into Xbox. And then it would have been a thing where, like, you won't be able to use it anywhere because it's only in frickin' Xbox. And then it won't work half the time.
Yeah.
And you have to have Xbox Live to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So it would just kill the experience, and then people will stop using the platform. They use it because it works the way it does. Don't change it. There's no point in owning it. So and I mean, Discord like
It
blew
would
up.
have been interesting to see though, like if Microsoft bought them. You know how Xbox has Game Pass?
Yeah.
They bundle a bunch of crap together on that thing. If they had, bundled like Discord Nitro or whatever in that too, that'd have been cool.
Is
But,
Discord Nitro a thing?
Yeah, it's like you pay for it and like you get like features. I never paid for
Get
it.
like features.
I
Yeah, I
think
never
you
paid
get
for it. I don't
like
know.
your own special emojis or something, right?
Oh, that's cool.
You get
I'm
to
not
use
entirely
like
sure.
GIFs for your like profile picture. And
You know,
stuff.
it'd be cool if Discord, like for live streaming, like for Twitch and for YouTube, like all the live streaming things, if you could integrate your Discord chat into the live stream, that'd be cool. Because then like all the people that are in there can like see that'd be that'd be a cool little thing. There's probably a bunch of stuff they can do. And in Microsoft, if Microsoft bought them, they would never do any of that shit. So I think it's a positive thing.
Agreed.
Joey, thoughts?
Cool.
Thumbs up and cool. That's what we get. All right. Next story.
Is
Oh.
that Sony admitted that it was made the wrong decision for closing all of the previous stores and is keeping the PS3 store and the Vita store open, but is still going to take down the PSP store.
Yep.
Joey, you sent this story.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts?
Don't look at me like that. That's bullshit. I think it's a smart move. I can't with that face. No, I think it's a smart move on Sony's part.
What makes it smart?
It makes it smart because it actually keeps their fan base happy. Instead of taking away things that people should have had no matter what.
Yeah.
I can't. It was like a weak ass yeah. I can't remember who it was. I think it was. I think you and I both watched. Yeah, Modern Vintage Gamer.
Yeah.
He was talking about this this particular thing, and one of the things he said, and I never thought about it when they were talking about closing down the Vita store. There's still people developing indie games for the Vita, and so they didn't get proper notice, and they were complaining at Sony like, we just dumped in a bunch of money for like the last 8 months to develop this Vita game, and now like by the time we launch, you're going to take down the store. We didn't get ample notice. And so I'm pretty sure they're doing it in response to the fan blowback because people were pissed, especially about the Vita one. The PS3, I kind of get it. I mean, it's 2006, but I mean, it's still a hardcore home console that has life. So, but the PSP one, I totally, that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
that I can understand. That's old. PS3, 20 years. Vita, probably, I don't know. What do you think would be fair for Vita? 10, 15 years?
Honestly, at this point, like next year.
You think next year?
It came out in 2012 in Japan.
2012 in the States. 2011 in Japan.
Okay, so 10 years is this year then in Japan.
Yes.
Yeah, so like next year. I'm happy they did this. I literally just bought a PS3 and a PS Vita last week though.
What was it? Is it the OG Vita or is it the
No,
remodel?
I got a silver one from Japan.
Oh, nice.
So the buttons are gonna be swapped. So like the
The X and the circle are swapped, huh? Oh,
not like swapped physically, but like in the menu.
Yeah.
It's just like a selective circle instead of.
yeah. That's the thing in Japan.
Cool.
Thanks, Joey.
You're welcome.
I think it's a cool move. Honestly, like how much does it really cost? I know that like upkeep and what have you. Then just pay the money, like integrate it into your PS5 stuff. Like just make it streamlined. Mm-hmm. Make your fans happy. Like PlayStation has a lot of good things going on for it right now, and I think this is good. Sony rarely ever interacts with people in a positive way on social media from what I've seen. So just be that community. Continue to be that community that like engage with people, give them what they want. It's like, you know what? Spend the extra coin, move the PS3 crap, move all, build new infrastructure for them. I mean, it's not good. How complicated could it be to take the games, put them onto the PS5 servers or whatever they're currently using, or like a generic PlayStation Entertainment Network? What the hell are you doing, Joey?
There's something.
There's something in your microphone?
Yeah.
Well, you do that. Just like they just pay the cost, and then now it's perpetual. Like it should just be one. Like Microsoft would never do something like that. They're still trying to get you to buy the original Xbox games,
Yeah.
for God's sakes. But they're integrating it into their new stuff, so they're bringing it with. And I think that's the move. That's the better move.
I agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like I bought a Vita game. It was a PS1 Classic, but I bought it for Vita. Like 2 days ago, just to like say, cool, good move.
Yeah.
Like, just to kind of go with it because. And at the same time, I was like, if they're going to close it down, I wanted this one. It was $10, and I'm like, sure, why not? Anyone? No, that's it.
I mean,
That's it.
That's it. Okay.
What do you want us to say about you buying the game?
I don't.
Yeah.
What game was it?
Final Fantasy V.
Next.
5.
Yeah, man, it's good. Bart's legit.
Bart's?
Cool.
Bart's, Lena, Ferris.
Simpson?
Not Bart. Bart's.
Bards.
No, with a T.
Eat my
Bart's. Yeah.
Ew.
Bart's. Bart Simpson.
No, that's the first name is Bart's. That's the character's name. Bart's, not Bart.
Bart Simpson.
I don't care about any of this. Shut up.
You know what they need to bring back?
Huh?
Now that Joey brought it up. Simpsons Hit and Run.
People like that game a lot. I never played it. Did you play that game, Joey? I think you've talked about it before.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people want that game back.
At least like port it to like Vita or like Switch. Ooh.
Well, the people want it back
Alright.
for
Let's end
Xbox.
on that.
Yeah. They want it back. Yeah. It was a fun game. Especially when you ran over people.
Yeah.
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 Next story.
Guys, you guys are making it weird. I don't know. You're over there squeaking, touching things together.
Not anymore.
Like, we had a very serious first part of the episode, and then everything just got really creepy after you guys got some Kit Kat drumsticks in you.
The sugar.
Fair enough.
Children can't have sugar.
Here we go. Here's another Sony thing. Let's see.
Please.
Aaron, stop.
So Sony's apparently getting in the game, and they
I
just
was gonna
gave
get-
Epic $200 million to fight Apple, which is still not going to be enough. 200 million, that's a lot.
Not to fight Apple, just invest.
The legal fight. Ahead of legal fight.
Yeah, ahead of it, but like it's just to invest in the company. Everyone's been investing in it. Like, even Tencent has.
I think I thought it was for the legal fight. Tuesday announcement to complete $1 billion funding round as it tangles with Apple over App Store rules and regulations as part of the last year. I mean, they're gonna lose. Epic, like Apple has funds beyond funds. Like they're going to, like they will.
Yeah.
Apple will destroy them no matter. Like they would need an astronomical amount of money. 200 million is a lot. But if these companies genuinely think that they're gonna beat them, like then there's something I'm not seeing. Especially because Apple already flipped the rules, and now the smaller developers get like 15. Now it's like a 15% cut. So now they're all happy. They don't care. They're not going to fund this. So now it's just Epic that's complaining.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Apple's going to go in. They're just going to do an acquisition offer, buy up Epic, and then that's it.
I doubt that.
You think you think they wouldn't?
No, they're not going to take that. They're not. Is Epic still? No, Epic's a public company, right?
Yeah, it's a public traded company.
Yeah,
If
maybe.
they deem that the lawsuit would cost enough, because if these guys are going to be pumping money into Epic Games, and this is just a theory, but if Apple looks at it from a financial standpoint and says, all right, it's going to cost us, let's say $3 billion for this lawsuit. That's just a thing, right? And I know Epic's worth a little, it's more than that, but let's just say for the sake of it, is worth $5 billion. They may just look at it as like, well, we could just do a mass, acquisition, buy all, and then just kill the lawsuit that way. And now we also, you know what I'm saying? Like, where are you going to send the money to? Owning something or legal fees? So it becomes one of those conversations. So the more money they pump into it, it'll be very interesting to see where this is going to go. It's going to be a battle for a while. This isn't going away anytime soon, but I don't see this ending well for Epic. Not to say that Epic doesn't have a case. I think they kind of see their point, but man, I don't think we've ever heard your thing on this one.
Dude, I don't know. It's just two giant companies fighting
I
each other. To
How
me,
much
it's
is-
like whatever.
Let's see here now. Epic Games.
I could care less about Epic versus Apple.
Let's see. Epic Games is worth $28.7 billion in their most recent valuation, as of April 2021. So their most recent, $28.7 billion. So $30 billion is what their market cap is. So you don't need to spend $28.7 billion. You just need to spend enough to get 51% of their board of director, their shares and board seats, and then you can probably kill it. And then you just got $200 million. Sony, you could just that'd be funny. Now they have all this money stacked up, right? So they get like a few billion stacked up in straight cash before they spend it on legal fees. You go in with an acquisition offer. You buy a bunch of shares, and now you have access to that cash. Like you can completely change your business structure if you have enough. If you buy enough of a business, so that'd be like a super dick move.
I agree.
Well, this show just turned into totally. You guys sugar crashing?
Yeah, I am for sure.
I mean, no offense, but what are we supposed to really say?
I don't know. Talk about it. Is there anything to talk about, or just it? Is that we're just end of the show? Just did the stories and we're out.
No, I mean,
It is 10:30.
there is really, I'm being honest, there's really not much to say about these articles. It's pretty straightforward. You know what I mean? There's no really room for discussion.
Yeah, I thought you had. I'm trying to remember the last time we talked about the Epic Games thing, because I think you were very adamant about. No, that wasn't you. I don't remember. That was a long time ago.
No, it was me being adamant that Apple was in the right because business is business, basically.
I think that is correct. I do remember something like that.
Yeah.
We will look back and verify. Well, I mean, if that's the end of the episode, we're just going to call it. Let's just.
It's all the stories we have.
Okay, we're out of stories. Well, thank you guys, I guess, for following in. Anyone have any last words? Not you, Joey.
Why not me?
You know why. You were doing all that tip-to-tip squeak stuff with Manny a second ago.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Definitely be sure to subscribe and like and leave a review if you're listening on iTunes, and follow us on Spotify and at Completing the Sea for Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. And as always, talk to you soon.
See ya.
Take care, guys.
Bye.